So the first conic section is the circle. All points equidistant from a fixed point form a circle. The fixed point of the circle is called the center, and the distance of each point from the center is called the radius of the circle. So this is the center, and from the center to any point on a circle is called the radius. We have two equations of a circle. We have the standard equation or standard form, and we have the general form or the general equation. The standard form of a circle is given by the quantity x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, wherein h and k are the center, h is the x coordinate, and k is the y coordinate. It is given here. And r is the radius. Now, if we have to expand the standard form, we will going to get the general form of the circle. So it will become x squared plus y squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. Okay, let's try to find the equation of the circle given the center and a radius, given the center at the origin. So number 1, find the equation of the circle with center at 0, 0 or at the origin and radius 5. So we have h 0, k 0 and radius is 5. So substitute the given values to h, k and r to the standard form, which is the quantity x minus h squared plus the quantity y minus k squared equals r squared, wherein h is 0, k is 0 and r is 5. So in short, we have the quantity x minus 0 squared because h is 0 plus the quantity y minus 0 because k is 0 equals 5 squared since r is 5. So x minus 0 times x minus 0 is only x squared. Y minus 0 times y minus 0 is only y squared equals 5 times 5 is 25. So this is the standard form. X squared plus y squared equals 25. So we do not have something to expand since we do not have the value for dx and ey. So what we only have is x squared plus y squared, then transpose positive 25 to the left hand side of the equation, so it will become negative 25 equated to 0. So this is the general form. X squared plus y squared minus 25 equals 0. For the graph, center is at 0, 0, so center is at the origin, and the radius is 5, meaning from the center to any point on the circle, the distance should be 5 units. So from the center, count 5 units upward, 5 units downward, 5 units to the left, and 5 units to the right, and then using your compass, just connect the 4 points. So we will going to have the center that looks like this one. Example number 2 is if the given center is not at the origin and a radius. So number 2, find the equation of the circle with center at 1, negative 3 and radius 4. This time, the center is not at the origin. It is on 1, negative 3, wherein h is 1 and k is negative 3, and our radius is 4. So again, substitute the given values of h, k, and r to the standard form. So x minus 1, because h is 1, squared plus y minus k is negative 3, that's why it is negative 3, squared equals 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So x minus 1 squared plus y minus negative 3 is the same as y plus 3 squared equals 16. So this is the standard form. Now to expand and convert it to general form, so perform the indicated operations. So since our standard form is raised to the power of 2, we have to expand it. So by expanding, see how to expand binomials. So this will become x minus 1 times x minus 1, and this will become y plus 3 times y plus 3. So x minus 1 times x minus 1 we can use a shortcut method, or we can use the FOIL method to solve for x minus 1 times x minus 1. X minus 1 times x minus 1 is x times x is x squared. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2 times x is negative 2x. And then negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Same with y plus 3 squared. Y times y is y squared. 3 times 2 is 6 times y is 6y. And then 3 times 3 is 9 equals 16. And then rearrange to get the general form. So x squared minus 2x plus 1 plus y squared plus 6y plus 9, transpose positive 16 to the left hand side, so it will become negative 16 equals 0. And then arrange and combine similar terms if there's any. So x squared, y squared, dx is negative 2x, ey is positive 6y, and then f stands for constant. So we have constants 1 plus 9 is 10, minus 16 is negative 6 equals 0. So this is the general form. The standard form is this, and the general form is this. So this is the graph if the center is at 1, negative 3, 1, negative 3, and then radius 4, meaning the distance between or from the center to any point on the circle should be 4. So from the center, count 4 units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And then using your compass, connect the 4 points to get the circle. Example number 3 is given the center not at the origin and a point on a circle. So find the equation of the circle with center at negative 4, negative 2, passing through the point 2, 1. So this time we have a center and we have one point that passed through the center, but we don't have a radius. So the first thing to do is to find the radius, because we need the radius to find the equation of the circle. So how are we going to find the radius? So to find the radius, we can use the sloping distance formula, because as you can see, the distance from this point or from the center to this point on a circle is the radius. So the distance from point A to point B will give us the value of the radius. So we will use the distance formula. But this is minus. Okay. So we have x sub 2 plus x sub minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. We have 2 points, negative 4, negative 2, and 0.21. So again, to find the radius, we will going to use the sloping distance formula, and the following values that we will going to use are the values that they given. We have points negative 4, negative 2, and 2, 1. We will use point P as x sub 2, y sub 2, and the center as x sub 1, y sub 1. So when we substitute, we have square root of 2 minus negative 4 squared plus 1 minus negative 2 squared. So 2 minus negative is negative times negative is positive, so it will become 2 plus 4 squared plus again 1 minus negative 2, that is negative times negative is positive 2. So we have 2 plus 4 is 6 squared, 1 plus 2 is 3 squared. 6 times 6 is 36, 3 times 3 is 9. So square root of 36 plus 9 is the square root of 45. Since 45 is not a perfect square, so when we convert it to decimal, it is almost 6.7. So now we have the center at negative 4, negative 2. This is negative 2. And we have the radius square root of 45. So now we can find the standard form and the general equation of our circle given. So now we have the points negative 4, negative 2 as the center, and radius square root of 45. So substitute on the standard form, which is x minus h. X minus h is negative 4 squared plus y minus k is y minus k is negative 2 squared equals r squared, which is square root of 45 squared. So simplify. X minus negative 4 is the same as negative times negative is positive, so it will become x plus 4 squared plus y minus negative 2, negative times negative is positive, so y plus 2 squared equals square root of 45 times square root of 45 is the same as cancelling the radical sign and the exponent 2, so it will become 45. So this is our standard form. The quantity x plus 4 squared plus the quantity y plus 2 squared equals 45. So expand and simplify to get the general form. So we have x plus 4 times x plus 4 is x squared plus 4 times 2 is 8 times x is 8x, and then 4 times 4 is 16. Now, we have y times y is y squared, 2 times 2 is 4, times y is 4y, 2 times 2 is 4, and then 45. Then transpose 45 on the left hand side, it will become x squared plus 8x plus 16 plus y squared plus 4y plus 4 minus 45 equals 0. Then simplify and combine similar terms if there's any, and then arrange according to the general form. So we have x squared plus y squared plus 8x plus 4y. 16 plus 4 is 20 minus 45 is negative 25 equals 0. So this is the general form. X squared plus y squared plus 8x plus 4y minus 25 equals 0. For example number 4, given 2 points as ends of the diameter. So this time, we do not have center and we do not have radius, but we do have endpoints of the diameter, negative 4, 3, and 5, 1. So, looking at the given or looking at the illustration here, if point M to point P is the diameter as it said on the equation, or as it said on the given, meaning the midpoint of the diameter will be our center. So to get the center, we will going to use the midpoint formula. Okay? So the midpoint formula is given by x sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2 and y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2. So this midpoint formula will help us to find the h and k, or the center of our circle. So substitute the points M and P to our midpoint formula. So it will become negative 4 plus 5 is positive 1 divided by 2 is 1/2. And then y sub 1 plus y sub 2, this is y sub 1, y sub 2. So 3 plus 1 is 4 divided by 2 is 2. So we have the center 1/2, 2. Or our h is 1/2 and our k is 2. Now, let's solve for r. R is half of the diameter. Meaning, if the given is the diameter, we have to divide it by 2 to get the radius. So first, let us find the distance of M to P. After getting the distance from M to P, divided it by 2 to get the radius. So we have, using the sloping distance formula, square root of 5 minus negative 4 squared plus 1 minus 3 squared. So 5 minus negative 4 is 5 plus 4 is 9, and then 1 minus 3 is negative 2 squared. So 9 times 9 is 81, negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Square root of 81 plus 4 is square root of 85. This is the diameter. So to get the radius, we have to divide square root of 85 by 2 to get the radius. So our radius is square root of 85 over 2. Now, we have the center and we have the radius, so we can substitute the values to get the standard form and the general form. So we have x minus h, which is 1/2 squared, plus y minus k, which is 2 squared, equals square root of 85 over 2 squared. So x minus 1/2 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals square root of 85 times square root of 85 is 85, and then 2 times 2 is 4. So this will be our standard form. Now for the general form, we have to expand. X minus 1/2 times x minus 1/2 is x squared minus x plus 1/4. And then y minus 2 times y minus 2 is y squared minus 4y plus 4 equals 85 over 4. Now, since we have a fraction on both sides of the equation, we can get rid of that fraction by multiplying by their LCD. So the LCD of 4 and 4 is, of course, 4. So multiply both sides by 4 to get rid of the fraction on the equation. So distribute 4. 4 times x squared is 4x squared. 4 times negative x is negative 4x. 4 times 1/4 is cancel 4, remain 1. 4 times y squared is 4y squared. 4 times negative 4y is negative 16y, and then 4 times 4 is 16 equals 4 times 85 over 4, cancel 4, so we only have 85. So at this point, we will going to rearrange and combine similar terms. So we have 4x squared plus 4y squared minus 4x minus 16y. So we have 1 plus 16 is 17 minus 85 is negative 68 equals 0. So this is the general form. Lastly, for example number 5, given a center and a line tangent to a circle. So this time, we have the center, but again, we do not have a radius. Instead, we have a line that it says tangent to the circle. So when we say tangent to the circle, it touches the circle at exactly one point on this point, meaning the distance from the center to this point of tangency, that is the radius. So we will going to use the formula or the distance between a line and a point, since we have one point and we have one line. So we have x, y, we have a, b, and c. Okay, so here are our given. We have x and y, we have a, b, and c that came from the given point and line. So this is the formula for distance between a line and a point. So substituting on the formula, we have 3 times 1 plus 2 times 2 plus 6. 3 times 1 is 3, 2 times 2 is 4, and then 6. 3 times 3 is 9, 2 times 2 is 4. 3 plus 4 plus 6 is 13 over 9 plus 4 is square root of 13. Since, again, we can't have radical sign on the denominator part, so we have to rationalize. Multiply it by square root of 13 over square root of 13. So 13 times square root of 13 is 13 square root of 13. Square root of 13 times square root of 13 is 13. Cancel 13, so it will become square root of 13. So this will be our radius. So we have now h, k, and r. So proceed to standard form and general form. So our center is 1/2, 1, 2, and our radius is square root of 13. So x minus h, which is 1, squared plus y minus k, which is 2, squared equals square root of 13 squared. Then x minus 1 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals square root of 13 times square root of 13 is 13. Now for general form, expand the standard form. X minus 1 times x minus 1 is x squared minus 2x plus 1 plus y squared minus 4y plus 4. Transpose 13. So it will become negative 13 equals 0. Then simplify and rearrange. X squared plus y squared minus 2x minus 4y. 1 plus 4 is 5 minus 13 is negative 8 equals 0. So that is the general form.